So let's talk to us a little bit about the wash phase, Michelle. What we need to do, and what is our goal during this phase?
Okay, so when you're shampooing your hair, you want to definitely clarify your hair. The best process is to clarify your hair first, and then use a moisturizing shampoo. Um, this particular day, I think I used the moisturizing shampoo both times, but it of course it also depends on how much residue you have in your hair, because I'm familiar with her hair. I pre-poo before we shampoo. I did use the moisturizing shampoo, but always clarify your hair first of all. When you clarify your hair, like I said before, you're getting all of the dirt, all of the residue of products. You're getting all of that out of your hair first. The cool thing about our product, the Born Clarifying Shampoo, is that it's so gentle that you can use it on a baby. Um, it's not tear free, so you do have to be careful with that. But it is so gentle because it is organic that it will sufficiently clarify your hair, but at the same time, not leave your hair so rough. So I don't want to get too scientific on here, but pH has a lot to do with how your hair responds to different products. And shampoos in nature are more on the basic end. Our hair at its optimal level needs to be slightly acidic, because what happens is when your hair is slightly acidic, the cuticles of your hair lay down. When your hair cuticles lay down, that means that your hair is smooth. Even if you have coily, kinky hair, which is what I have, you still have the softness, and your hair isn't frizzy, but it is more manageable. That's what happened when the cuticle is laying down. Shampoo is supposed to be slight more basic, because it has to lift the cuticle up to get all of the dirt, all of the residue, all of the sweat and oils out of your hair and scalp. But again, you don't just leave it shampooed. You have to use conditioning properties that are going to close that cuticle, so now that your hair can be more manageable. So in the shampooing phase, you want to use a clarifying shampoo that's going to open that cuticle. You want to use a moisturizing shampoo that's not quite as basic, that's more on the acidic side, that's going to do more help with detangling your hair and still cleansing your scalp, but adding more of those oils and those moisturizing properties, so that you can move to the next stage of using a leave-in, using your deep conditioner. So once,
Before, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, I was about to move on to the deep
No,
conditioner.
no. Before we go too deep into that, I have a couple questions for people that I want to kind of knock out the way, since they're talking about shampoo. So we have a question from Monica Belvy. She said, "Can you wash your hair too much? Since we've been in quarantine, I've washed my hair weekly. I'm not sure if that's too much for a Black woman."
Right. So what I highly suggest is,
Before you answer that, I will say, for me personally, I wash my hair twice a week, every 3 to 4 days.
right.
But I have very oily skin, so
Right.
I do a lot of oil. So I think it may depend. So that being the case, I'll let the expert answer from here on out.
Right. So of course, this is going to be something that it is depending upon the person. We do know that our hair craves moisture. You know, have you ever like noticed that your hair starts feeling the best once it's like dirty, and then you're like, oh, I hate that I have to wash my hair now. But actually, I highly suggest that clients shampoo their hair at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, because you can actually over shampoo your hair. But again, you have to listen to your hair. If you're noticing that your hair is getting too dry, if you're shampooing your hair once a week and it's just getting too dry, it's not retaining a lot of moisture, then you may want to stretch that out to 2 weeks. But I have clients that come to me every week. They work out. That your lifestyle has a lot to do with answering that question as well. You work out a lot and you produce sweat. there are going to be salt deposits that are on your scalp. It's going to cause your scalp to be itchy, and you're going to want to shampoo your hair more often than every 2 weeks. But typically, clients will shampoo their hair, or they will come to me to shampoo their hair once a week or every 2 weeks. And that is definitely highly suggested when it comes to my clients.
Now, I will say in my defense, every time I wash my hair, I do always add in conditioner. I do condition
Right.
every time. But
So you're co-washing. Right. So you're co-washing. So
no, I do a full condition. I do
okay.
either a leave-in or I do a deep condition every time.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah, so it won't.
So put that moisture back in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
put the moisture back in. I got one more question along those lines since we talked about the shampoo. It's from Bridget M. Punish. I'm sorry, I messed up your last name, Bridget. But she asked, what would residue look and feel like? How are you able to tell? And is it similar to product buildup?
Yes. So when you see a lot of residue in your hair, it's like whiteness, a lot of flakiness. Residue can look a little gummy if you're using like a edge control and it starts to kind of cake up in your hair, then all of those are signs of residue. If you're using something like a gel, like a heavier gel, like an Eco Styler gel, you may notice some residue with those type of products. A lot of products that are on the market have silicones in them, and sometimes they don't play well with other products. So like you can use a leave-in conditioner and it has dimethicone or it has some other type of silicone in it. Those lay on top of your hair. They're not organic products. So what they do is they help you with slippage, they help you with detangling, but when it dries or when you add some gel on top of it, if they don't play well together, you'll see that residue. You'll see whiteness and flakes and just a lot of kind of, the best way, I know this isn't technical, but gunkiness. Like you'll see just these particles that's in your hair. If you'll try to refresh your hair with water, you may notice that you have that residue and those white particles in your hair, and they won't just fade away. They'll stay on top of your hair. And a lot of that has a lot to do with silicones that are not meshing well with gels.
Okay. So we have a lot of really good questions, and we're going to get to you guys. So don't be patient with it. We're going to try to get through some more of what we are our agenda here, which is explaining the shampoo. But we're going to show a quick demonstration exactly how to shampoo, because people take that for granted that you shampoo. I know how to do it, right? I realized 2 years into my journey that I have been like basically shampooing my hair in a way that it caused tangling. So.
Right.
So I want to show how you did your shampoo here, and we're going to answer some more questions after the demo, okay?
Yes.
All right, here.
So
kind of walk us through the technique that you use for when you demo shampoo.
Absolutely. So in the particular shampoos that we have, on the clarifying shampoo, it is thick enough for you to put it in your hand. First of all, you want to saturate your hair with water before you use any type of shampoo. You want to make sure that the water is the first line of removing, the things that we just talked about from your hair, the residue, the oil, the sebum, all that stuff. So you want to saturate your hair with water. That's going to rinse out the ingredients that are on your hair, the top part of your hair. Rinse that all the way through. And then with the clarifying shampoo, you're going to put that in your hand, and you're going to put about a quarter size amount of that in your hands. You're going to basically, I like to apply shampoo in quadrants. So in the front, these two sections, in the middle, and in the back. And when you use the shampoo, if you pour the clarifying shampoo in your hand, you're going to rub it in your hand together and do that in those sections. With this particular shampoo, our moisturizing shampoo, you actually pump it directly onto your hair. So you want to kind of pump, you want to use 5 pumps 2 pumps in the front, 1 pump in the middle, and get 1 pump in the back. And that is going to create all of this lather. And when you're shampooing your hair, you don't just tousle your hair with your hands. What you're wanting to do with the balls of your fingers, you want to massage the shampoo into your scalp, and then you're always manipulating your hair in a downward motion so that you're not tousling your hair and causing a lot of friction and not causing a lot of matting. You're going in a downward motion so that if there is any shed hair that you have left over, that you're getting that shed hair out, and you're going in a downward motion so that you don't have tangles during the shampooing process. And so I highly suggest that when you shampoo your hair, if you can, if you're shampooing your own hair, shampoo your hair in the shower. This is really good for several reasons, because you're preventing shampoo to getting your eyes, because the water is going in a downward motion anyway, and you're actually able to kind of use that downward motion. But I mean, we have to improvise with what we have at home. Being quarantined, if you have to shampoo your hair in the kitchen sink, then you just have to flip your head over and just still do everything in that downward motion. But you have to pump those 5 pumps in those different quadrants of your hair, so that you can make sure that you're cleansing your scalp in every section.
Okay. So,
now, Michelle, is there any truth to the temperature of water that people use? I hear some people say, rinse out with cold water, or don't rinse out with hot water. Is there any truth to the temperature that you use when you're washing and conditioning your hair?
It does. It does. You want to use warm water when you're cleansing your scalp and you're cleansing your hair, because again, that's going to, in conjunction with the shampoo, that's going to break up any type of oils that may be in that residue that's left behind. That's going to loosen that up. And when you use the cold water, it actually helps you to close the cuticle. We were talking about closing the cuticle of your hair. That helps to close the cuticle of your hair, so that your hair is softer, smoother, more manageable.
Okay. So basically, we want to thoroughly soak the hair. We want to massage it in. We want to go downward motions.
Yes.
And we want to rinse and repeat that.
Yes, we want to rinse.
How many times to do it? Because I've heard people say you had to do that 3 times. Some people say
no, only if you know that you've had a lot of residue in your hair. People use a lot of different things like waxes and pomades. Some people do hairstyles where they put globs and globs of gel in their hair. If you know that you've done that, yes, you probably want to do 3 shampoos if you've done that. But if you definitely, if you're using Born Organics, you're not going to have residue like that. So you wouldn't have to shampoo your hair that many times. But again, everything is on a person by person basis based on what you're doing to your hair and what product you're using.
And just another quick note, Born Organics is the product that's being shown in this demonstration. It's all natural line, so no harsh chemicals and no artificial ingredients and stuff like that. It was developed by our guest today, Michelle Larkins, and it's also available at beautylifestylenetwork.com. We got a deal for you guys if you want to take a look at that. 20% off the full package, which includes the shampoo, conditioner, the hair cream, the finishing oil, and the reviver for maintenance. So you get all 5 of those, 20% off. So you can check that out at beautylifestylenetwork.com. So that's how you wash your hair. So thank you very much. We appreciate that. Let's jump into the next things.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Beauty Lifestyle Network, and on Twitter at ShopBLN. And to find out more about some amazing products, visit our website at beautylifestylenetwork.com.